name's Cordy and I'm quite tired, obviously. Today I'm using the Line 6 Podgo for these tones if you want the presets. These are my Eric Johnson kind of tones that I use on the Helix, HX Stomp and on the Podgo as well. Just wanted to throw that out there in case you wanted to try these tones. In other news, I've got a new PC arriving today which should make some of this editing and stuff a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. Not that that's anything that you should care about, but I just wanted to update you on that. I guess I've never really said it, but there's some of my original music on Bandcamp if you want to check it out. You know, maybe if you like what I do, you might like some of that stuff. But anyway, today's about chords, so I'll stop plugging my own stuff. And we're listening to Eric Johnson's 40 Mile Town. Well, I suggest you probably listen to it before you watch the video anyway. Which, as I said in last week's video, where we looked at the verse chords, Chris Elphick showed me, a good friend of mine, and I first heard this tune a few months ago and was kind of blown away by how pretty it is. There's no crazy solo in it, it's just a good song with crazy chords. Yeah, so let's just get into it. So, actually I'll just talk quickly about what's happening in this chorus. So we're moving from F major to G major, so chord 4 and chord 5 of C major, and then basically like those same chords but in first inversion. So imagine you've got an F major, we could have an F in the bass or you could have an A in the bass, so different sound, and so that's what gives it kind of that feeling of rising. It's something that Eric Johnson does quite a lot. You hear Sean Lane using it. And also I guess that same feeling and same kind of idea as, you know, in the verse of Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. I'm not going to play it. That's just something to check out. So even if you're not learning these specific chords, you could check out, say, if you were in G major, try doing something so where you start on chord 4 or 5 and then you do those same chords but in inversions. So I think it sounds great. Anyway, so what's happening here? We've got this chord to start with. So we're going between those two chords for the first. That's what happens for the first couple. So those two chords are this F with a D in it, an E and another G, and then a G, a C, a D and a G. And if you notice the picking pattern, I think he does something like, so you're on the D string, then the B string, and then down again, and then up again, and then all the way down. And the bass is what's doing the, I think. And then, so once you've done that a couple of times, he does this chord. So a C, a G, a B and another C. And in the bass you've got an F, but he's not playing that, the bass guitar is, so super pretty open sounding. And then those same chords again. So just from the start you end up with this. So that's the first couple of times around the chorus, and then we do this. So we've got So basically you've got a C on the B string, a B on the G string, and a G on the E string, and then the bass line moves. So I would bar that first one, and then move the G across, and then an open A. So that's something to work on, kind of. It's a bit tricky. And then I think he's doing a chord sort of like this. So I think you bar D and G and a C, so on the A, D and G string, and I think pinky playing an A, and then an F on the B string and a G here. I think that's what he's playing. So it's a bit of a handful. So I think we end up with then practice this move. And then an A, a C, a D and another A. And then just this F sus kind of thing, so an F, a G and a C and another F. So again, and then back to the start. And I think, just a little correction on last week's video, I think he might be playing a C and an E, like that, for that very first chord. And then a bonus chord for when he does a repeat of this. So the last time he goes, and then I think he goes, so playing like an F kind of shape for this D minor chord, and doing this cascading harmonics thing. So if you're not familiar with this, I think there's a few videos on it around. So you're playing a C and F, barring that, and then an A and a D, and then a G and a C. So that kind of chord. And then with this right hand is basically doing most of the work. You basically pick the E string and then jump up and play this G string, and that's kind of the move. So that would be without the harmonics. And then if you put the harmonics on, so every time you're picking the string, you end up doing that. You do the harmonic 12 frets above. And that's got that kind of sound. Anyway, so those are a few of the things that I wanted to show you from the chorus of 40 Mile Town. Hopefully you enjoyed that. The tab for it will be on Patreon. I worked this out from looking at his hand position from a few live videos, so it's taken me a little bit of time, but hopefully most of that stuff is right. But as I say, I'll put the tabs up on Patreon if you want it. And like I said earlier in the video, there's the Line 6 Pod Go creating the tone for this if you wanted to try that preset. if you wanted to try this preset. But yeah, those are my favourite chords from 40 Mile Town. And in the car yesterday, it might be the day before, I heard some really pretty stuff happening in All About You, so I might do that next. But those are the main kind of chord parts of 40 Mile Town that I really dig. Hopefully this was enjoyable. If you did get anything out of the video and you want to make a one-off kind of thank you donation thing, there's a buy me a coffee link. But only do that if you can really afford to and if you wanted to and if you got something out of this video. But thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you for another video soon. Cheers.